There is an old saying that explains the inherent benefit of succession planning best. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Picture this. Today is Tuesday. You are a successful business owner. A key player of your team suddenly quits without any notice. That key player had full responsibility of a project to be presented on Friday. What do you think will happen then? Hello, I am Kimana Julian. Today, I am presenting the argument as my final assignment of the University of the West Indies course MGMT6019 that the lack of succession planning can derail future plans of many organizations. A study of the world's 2005 largest public companies shows that companies that scramble to find a replacement for departing CEOs forego an average of $1.8 billion in shareholders' value. A separate study reveals that the longer it takes a company to name a new CEO during a succession crisis, the worse it subsequently performs relative to its peers. A 2010 survey by the search firm Heidrick and Struggles and the Rock Center for Corporate Governance at Stanford University revealed that only 54% of boards were grooming a specific successor and 39% had no viable internal candidates who could immediately replace the CEO if the need arose. Think about this. Why are organizations in business? Sarit and Sarit 2016 articulate in their journal Organizational Learning as a key role of organizational success. That for successful companies, it's about attracting and hiring the people who would be most successful in that particular organization. And it's about driving the behavior that makes the company successful. All organizations are in business to succeed, and succession planning is the strategy for identifying and developing future leaders at any organization. The above argument will be supported using the following three claims. 1. Succession planning is not just for retirement. 2. Succession planning is beneficial to the employer. And 3. Succession planning is beneficial to the employee. While retirement due to aging is a real and critical issue in a lot of organizations, several authors emphasize that it is not the only thing which will contribute to a leadership crisis for many organizations. According to Sam Brook, 2005, it is vital that business engage in succession planning for finding and developing principal successors to ensure the survival and growth of the organization. 2. Unexpected termination. Salustri 2016, in his article Succession Planning, Key to Your Firm's Future, states that all business managers seems to know the importance of succession planning to the efficient mind and long-term operation of the business. And yet, this critical aspect of a business strategy often fails to get the attention and care it deserves. Finally, Greer and Verick, 2008, alluded that succession planning practices facilitate better talent identification and better incorporation of gender and racial diversity in an organization. Succession planning is beneficial to the employer for two main reasons. One, it gives a great perspective of the talent in the organization, and two, it uncovers weaknesses within the organization. Having a succession plan in place will help the team better understand the day-to-day happenings of the business and will help the organization more quickly identify which employees will take over the organization's open positions so that the business can continue to run as normal in the event one team member quits. And last but not least, claim number 3, succession planning is beneficial to the employee. More employers need to ask themselves, how would I feel if my top 3 employees left tomorrow to join the competitor? Succession planning, therefore, is an office morale, an engagement booster, and must always be seen as that. Grooming employees for their future roles by giving them more complex tasks and investing in their growth keeps them focused, motivated, and loyal to the company. In refuting the claims above, Noel Tichy, a management professor at the Ross School of Business at the University of Michigan, in his book Succession, argues that by putting potential successors in charge of new projects, companies can accelerate change while also testing candidates' suitability for the top spot. But few boards of directors seize that opportunity. From an HR perspective, it can also be argued that succession planning can be expensive. However, according to Wolf 2017, it is the politics and the bureaucracy of most organizations which make succession planning too complex and too difficult to implement. Additionally, Roche 2020 states that the quality of an institution is to a large degree determined by the quality of the people it employs. From the moment an employee is first employed, it is therefore critical to assess this employee, to know this employee's future goals. By doing this, there will be cost savings in the long run from external hiring if a key player quits. In conclusion, there is enough evidence which supports that the lack of succession planning can derail plans for many organizations. In the words of Dr. Odiwusi, succession planning is a vital element in competitive business environments. It is recommended that organizations prepare for succession events to ensure they make a winning pick when the time comes. Organizations are in business to succeed. Therefore, the absence of a single key worker can compromise the business and its plans and derails it from moving in the right direction. I thank you. Reference credit is given to the following sources in the preparation of this presentation.